All right, so we're gonna come to our floor. We're gonna be on the back with your knees bent and feet on the floor. And when you get there, just take a few breaths. Maybe inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, just exhale through the mouth and sigh. Ah, like, yes, I've arrived. And then place your hands on both sides of your pelvis, so on the right and on the left, just below your navel. And make sure that your middle fingers, the longest fingers, are connecting. So this is our sacral chakra. This is where it's located. And just take a moment to feel the energy between your palms and the energy of the sacral chakra. The element of this chakra is water, which is all about flexible, adaptable, moving, and that's what we'll be embodying today. Now let's just go ahead and start by moving our pelvis. So use your tailbone as a point of reference. Your tailbone starts moving up towards the navel, your pelvis rocks, and your lower back contacts the floor. Just be aware of that. Notice if your glutes want to squeeze and try to relax them. And then start moving your tailbone away from the navel. Feel the contact of your sacrum to the floor, and the lower back is arching. And just continue these gentle movements and feel like it's a gentle wave. And our pelvis is the center of our body. So as we start moving our pelvis, everything in our body adapts. And this is all represented in a spinal structure, in our muscles, which reminds us we have like so many ligaments and tissues and fascia and muscles, all of it, just to help us be more flexible, be more adaptable, because life is changing. And see if you can start noticing when you move your pelvis, what happens with your throat, head, and neck. So perhaps you're noticing when your tailbone moves away from your navel, your chin comes to chest and your throat is closed. And when you move your tailbone up towards the navel, now your throat is open and chin goes back and up. So just like our chakras, they start from the bottom up. You can see how the wave starts at one point. It splashes into all the other energetic chakras to create a bigger wave. And that can go from the top to bottom or bottom to top. And that's pretty cool, right? So continue these movements and breathing. So the sacral chakra is all about pleasure, passion, purpose, joy, fun. And this is a reminder for us that, yeah, we're not here to be rigid, controlling perfectionists. We can be serious and we can have fun. We can be responsible. We can still express joy. We can go through the motions of life and we can still have fun. And this is how we start when we were children. When we were little babies, we could not think or process everything. We just feel and we express our needs. Now start moving your pelvis side to side. So just gently rocking and still keep your palms on your pelvis. And we all have self-healing energy through our palms and in our body. So like perhaps you feel maybe a little bit more heat going on in your palms and that chakra. Maybe it's a little bit cold, and that's fine. So as we're moving our pelvis side to side, just notice how our legs and knees and feet start moving with it as well, a little bit more. You might even feel gentle movement in your arches. which is exactly like should be happening. And then just finish with some circles, gentle circles, all these different waves. Again, just a reminder that we are the waves and we are also the ocean, and we are connected through the subtle energies within ourselves to the bigger energy that is around us. And how we can really know that? Well, we feel. That's why the sacral chakra is a point of manifestation. This is also where the desire is born. And this is, of course, where the process of like death and rebirth happens, like literally. So let's go to the other side. If you're doing the circles, circle the other side. But this is where I spend a lot of time with my clients who have challenges with connecting with what they want, with allowing themselves to desire. So that's why there's certain parts of ourselves need to kind of die and other parts need to birth because the desire is there and we just need to access it. All right, and then just come to your neutral position of the pelvis and take a moment to feel, okay, just that whole movement and connection to the energy in the sacral chakra. See if you can feel the flow of the wave, maybe throughout your spine and legs and feet. And we're just going to bring a little bit more intensity, a little bit more intense feelings and connection to the sacral chakra with the help of the prop. So if you have a block, great. You can have a pillow. You can kind of like fold the pillow, or you can have a blanket, whatever you have, or pretend it's there. We're going to place the block between the inner thighs. Still have your hands on the pelvis and your middle fingers are connecting. So we're going to try to take an inhale through the nose as deep as you can. And if you're familiar with three-dimensional breath, breathe front, side, back, up and down. And as you exhale, you're going to exhale with a sound and keep exhaling with that sound as long as you possibly can. And maybe repeat that a few more times as I'm talking about it. Again, inhale through the nose. See if you can start noticing when you're inhaling through the nose and you are also engaging your pelvic floor diaphragm, your legs actually become light and they don't squeeze the block because your pelvic floor is opening like a lotus flower. And then when you exhale with the sound S, you might start feeling how your legs just naturally start squeezing the block. And through the inner thigh muscles that are connected to the pelvic floor, you feel that pull. And then if you bring your awareness to your palms, you might feel how your lower abs start squeezing in towards the center, and your middle finger might be starting to overlap. So, and then again, you inhale, your middle fingers moving away from the center. Your legs become a little bit lighter. Your block is not squeezed because you get that opening on inhalation. And then again, exhale with the sound S. Start noticing how your legs start squeeze the block. And then you have that gentle pull and drawing in where your middle fingers are overlapping. So this is the connection from the pelvic floor, which is that root chakra base, to our lower abs, which they are physiologically connected. And a lot of times, from what I've been noticing working with females, they don't quite have connection with the lower abs. And this is quite important just for physical health of the pelvic floor, but also having that good stability, but also movement in the sacral chakra, because this is the chakra. So like if the root chakra is all about physical needs, This is about safety, to feel emotional safety. And of course, it starts at the roots, because if we're not grounded at the roots, we're not going to be expressing ourselves with joy, fun. Okay, let's go ahead and place the block to your side. And just maybe gently move your knees side to side. Take a few breaths. Notice if that intense breathing and connection to your pelvic floor and lower abs created a little bit more sense of fire or energy, connection, whatever it is for you. So just to summarize, so from the root chakra, which is surviving, we are moving from surviving to thriving. And how do we know? Well, we open up ourselves to feel life in all colors, knowing that we have everything in our system and the nervous system to support us, to be flexible, adaptable, and ride the wave of emotions. And that's what we'll continue embodying today.